of the other inside me, and exploration of bacteria, gut flora, bowel disorders, and disabilities. So,
that was the old title. I don't immediately have a new title. This paper has gone through about 6 different drafts, and finally, coming from sort of the starting point about gut flora, it's finally come to something more of an introduction to ecoability. Well, you'll see. Anyway, we start this conference with a question: what are we doing, and why are we here? In abstract, the concept of eco-ableism almost sounds like the punchline to a joke told by hard scientists about the abstruseness of modern humanities. However, for those of us who study modern critical theory, the question of eco-ableism is almost like a modern-day Rome, because all roads from social justice eventually pass through here, because the cross-section of the study of cross-section and study of human interaction with the environment and the way that we treat others based on personal ability determines how we act, respond, learn, and are treated from the time we are in the womb until the day we die. Moreover, each field individually has important, ground-shaking contributions to make to the world of critical theory. And these are pressing on a day-to-day basis. The burgeoning field of disability studies has shed light on the structure and shape of societal relationships for all of human existence, and has helped to bring forward a population that is traditionally marginalized in the extreme, or simply denied an existence in the first place, sometimes outright violently, and has given these groups an avenue to approach and share their personal experiences for the world to try to understand. A call now more important than ever as society undergoes the radical shift of its current technological and scientific revolutions, and as genetics and understandings of brain chemistry rapidly advance without concomitant societal and cultural awareness. In the same vein, the question of critical animal studies and of modern varieties of ecological awareness strive to bring to light the mass population of non-humans who have always been denied any sort of meaningful protection amongst mainstream human history. These fields try to bring awareness of responsibilities of human existence and the aftermath of human action that has resulted in the abomination of the modern-day factory farm or the apocalyptic threat that is global warming. For both fields, the stakes have never been higher. Why then, I suppose, the question must become, is one of the shared hallmarks of these fields a signal failure to escape their own narrow audiences and achieve any sort of broader shift in cultural awareness? The answer, I say, lies in part, though not in whole, in each field's lack of awareness towards the other. For instance, even though both fields seem to take the same general approach towards oppression and hierarchy, namely that creating systems of intelligible ability is fundamentally problematic, disability studies and the general concept of ableism is still fundamentally anthropocentric. The starting point of using only the shades of gray differentiation between human subjects into the question of disabilities ignores the vast gaps in ability between species and takes almost as a given the prioritization of the human over the non-human. More importantly, the endpoint of the most public and popular critics of ableism seems to me to be a new form of humanism, one that seeks radical equality inside the human species based on species label alone. While this seemingly gives a wonderful short-term solution, it never overcomes the pre-existing faults of the question of what it means to be human in the first place, how humanity is weighed and evaluated, and why only humanity ought to be treated with dignity and respect. The cul-de-sac that this creates is perhaps most starkly seen in the figure of Temple Grandin, the public figure and autism advocate, who has certainly done far more than most to raise